Welcome to the Ordinary People Do Extraordinary Things podcast. I'm your host, Michael Esguerra, and today we've got a very special guest. Her name is Naz Miime. She's the host of a talk show on Instagram live every single Friday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, called Naz Talk, which I've been an honored guest and hope to be on again at some point in time in the future. She's a single mom. She's a healthcare worker. And when she's not doing all of those great things, she's also a TikTok creator, which is actually how we've met. But Naz, welcome to the show.
Hey, that was an awesome introduction. I loved it. And yes, that's how we met. It was like a random, I was probably washing my dishes as I do my TikTok lives every single time. I'm like, they're like, what do you do? I'm washing my dishes. Why? Because I don't like it. So I do it. and then you just popped on. And the rest was magic.
It was so awesome. Actually, I remember it distinctively because at the time my Instagram was dormant. Like I wasn't using Instagram at all. It probably was at least like 3 months. I think my last post was like in October of, what year was it? 2019, 2020. That was last year. So December 2020 rolls around. I just started using TikTok at that time. And my favorite thing to do was just watch people's lives. Didn't matter what they were doing. They could have been watching dishes. They could have been walking around. They could have been at work. In fact, my favorite TikTok live to watch is still Starbucks Niagara. They just put it on while they're working. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's amazing.
I gotta check this out. I need something that's like entertainment as I wash my dishes.
Oh, they are. It's awesome. They are awesome. But yeah, I was watching the dishes, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put something on. I gotta watch. I want to watch something. I'm scrolling through, and then I think it was like the third one that I saw, and I was like, "Oh, okay. What's you were just telling the story," and I was like captivated. I'm like, okay.
I have too many of those. I really do. People don't believe me when I tell them that. I tell them that there's things that happen, and I don't know how they happen. And this is how I get my ideas for my video content on TikTok.
Yeah.
Because I'm just going, and then someone randomly is like, "Yo, what's up?" And I'm like, "Hold up, what's going on?" He's talking to me. Literally, I'm looking up to the sky, I'm like, "God, is it you?" And it's like someone behind the dumpster saying, "What are you doing here?" I'm like, "That's not right."
Oh goodness.
I just get on with my day, I'm like, okay, but people don't believe me. They literally think I'm making up stories. I'm like, you guys, I will videotape these things, and I'll let you guys make a decision about this because it's not fake. This is real stories that happen in real time in here, especially in this province of Quebec. There's a lot of funny stories that happen here.
Absolutely. Sometimes you can't make that stuff up, right? So,
no. And I think they make great ideas for video content, especially if you guys are all newbies. Use what you have at home is the best.
Absolutely.
What you do at home, what you think it's weird, just do it. It probably is funny.
Absolutely. Anyway, yeah, I was watching your live, and then I remember I would ask a question, you'd answer it. I was like, okay, this girl tells stories. And then after, you're like, oh, I'm doing another live on Instagram. And at the time, I was like, oh man, I guess I'll sign up for Instagram again, and I'll just kind of check it out. And then joined your live, and then we got to speak just like that, which is absolutely mind blowing. 6 months, 7 months later, and then we're here on Instagram live again talking. This is absolutely
amazing. I know. I was so happy when you yes, I'm down for me to interview you. I'm like, yes, I got it. Yeah. And everyone's like, they're like, but what is MBE? And I'm like, did you guys not read anything I sent you? Did not read. So, and then that's when I realized I could do clip versions of things. But it was great though, because you had so many good ideas. And if anybody here knows, we usually bounce ideas off of each other, or we talk, and he helps settles my mind down, because I'm like, I'm over here and I want this idea and I want this and I want to fly over here and I want to do this. And he's like, okay, Naz, okay, let's get yourself back, get yourself focused. He brings you back down. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, let's do this again.
Oh, that's awesome. So, man, how did you get into TikTok? What inspired you to get into TikTok?
You guys, I don't know where to start. It started because last year my son and I both got COVID, and my son was like, "Mom, like, everybody's on TikTok. Like, let's go on TikTok. I'm like, I'm not going on TikTok. Like, that's for kids. Hey, mind you, my exact words, that's for kids, okay? And I went on it just for my son's sake because he wanted to post TikTok videos. And I said, okay, we're not going to do that unless I'm on it too. And then you will have an account connected to mine. And then that way, you know, because he's young and I want to make sure he's safe.
Yeah.
And so we did one with this, you know, the little toy soldiers?
Okay, yeah.
And then we were playing the song, Didn't I Fall Down? It took us 45 minutes just to get that soldier to fall down at the word fall down. But it was the start of my son and I spending time together from a different approach.
Yeah.
And so we're just coming up with video content and stuff and we're just having fun with it. Cool. And then he got tired of it. I got tired of it. So I literally deleted everything off. Like, he wanted his account gone. So I deleted his account. I deleted mine. And then something made me go back on it again. So August, I posted up one video with my Amazon package. It's my very first video. My Amazon package like showed up and I had Celine Dion and I literally got the fan blowing my hair out of my face kind of a thing. And I'm like, you're here. And just, I got so many reviews from that because everyone was like, what are you doing? And I'm like, my Amazon package arrived. Because that was the thing. Everybody ordered from Amazon during COVID.
Right.
And then I was like, okay, let me see if I can get up to 1,000, right? So I got up to 1,000 followers and then I started doing lives. And then people are like, oh, can you do a live like tomorrow? And I'm like, okay, sure. Let's do that. And then I started doing a reaction video. One video, this African guy I don't know if you know him. He does reaction videos of his parents. Okay. And he does like silly, stupid things and just to get his parents' reaction. Yeah. So I did one saying like, you want to die early. And then it blew up. And then before I knew it, people were like, I want to see your funny expression and your laughter is really funny. It made my day. And I'm like, wow, okay, sure. So I started doing that and inspirational videos because, you know, we're home COVID. And to be honest, I was doing it mostly out of boredom because I was so bored at home. And I was like, this will be fun. Yeah. At least I'm cheering other people up. And at the same time, they're like, we love this, do more. I'm like, okay. And it motivated me to do more videos and come up with more ideas and do lives. And sometimes my son pops in and say, hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing? His social media name is MK. So that way, you know, everybody needs those protective, you know, those, what do you call that secret code name? Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
Yeah, so... And he was like, Mom, everyone, like, you're getting famous. And the next thing I know, I have my son's classmates coming on my lives.
Wow.
And they're like, we know you. And I'm like, you guys are a little weird. Like, you gotta get off. Does your mom? And then before I knew my son's school, the kids were like, yeah, his mom is on TikTok. And I'm like, oh, God, I think we got a problem. We got a problem. And then before I knew it, I started blowing up during the fall. And I wasn't even sure what was happening. So I was like, okay, I'll post more. So I started posting more. I keep blowing up. I'm like, okay, I'll post more. To the point I got burnt out.
Yeah, that happens.
I didn't have a routine. I was just doing it randomly. It was a structure. I was falling apart. To the point I was cooking. And then I saw that Rosie Adano. Rosie followed me on TikTok. I almost burnt my kitchen down. I was like, oh my God, Rosie. Literally the video. I was like, Rosie.
Actually,
I burnt my kitchen.
I think that was right around the time when we first met and I started following you because I was like, oh, Rosie, no way, awesome.
This is it. And everyone was like, oh, and then that's when it just took off. And I found it was such a tip, like it was literally the tip of the iceberg because when she followed me, it was right on New Year's Eve. I was like, yo, that's the best way to end the year. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Let's start the year fresh. And then it was like, great. And then all of a sudden, TikTok went boom, down. I don't know what happened.
Oh, and, the algorithms changed and everything. That's right.
Everything changed. Yeah. And I was like, okay, I'm just posting for fun and whatnot. And like you, my Instagram page was mostly for my art and whatnot. And it was very, you know, dormant. I didn't really use it too much. Yes, my catchphrase. You lie. For all you guys. I don't know why you guys like that. It's really, I don't know, but okay, go for it. Everybody likes that. And now I'm on now. What am I saying here? Instagram for the reels, and I started posting on there, and then now that's taken off too. So
yeah.
And there's a new thing for Instagram. They're going to be focusing on videos, on more videos than photos.
Yeah.
So,
well, they're trying to keep up, right? TikTok's a really big competitor. It's growing, right? So
yeah, because you got Snapchat, you got YouTube, but YouTube's been on that for years. And but now Instagram is becoming the next big thing, especially Instagram and YouTube. Now they're gonna put money into content creators, just like TikTok.
That's right. Yeah.
And yes, and also if you guys don't know, in Canada we don't have a creator fund, so we're not really getting anything out of it.
For TikTok or for Instagram or for both?
For TikTok. Canada does not have a creator fund. Out of everybody else, we don't have a creator fund.
Wow.
So literally, it's like we're doing this for fun. Like it's legit fun.
So what do you prefer? Do you prefer creating content for Instagram Reels or a TikTok?
Believe it or not, I do for both.
Oh, okay.
I do it for both. I do it for both naturally. So anything I post on TikTok will go automatically to Instagram. Like I'm starting to do different type of segments and things just for fun. The new one I just posted up was Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, which will have a second part. You guys don't worry, it's coming. It's a little bit more elaborate.
So what's that series about?
No, it's just Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, where I'm going to be going to different parts of Montreal with my red coat and my sidekick bike monkey, which will be on my shoulder, and we're just going to go check out different things. And like it's Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego. People are trying to look for me. I'm going to be like everywhere, but they can't find me. So that's pretty much it. So just to get more laughs and, and also for everyone to see the other side of Montreal, the nice side where there's no construction and codes.
Sounds a lot like Winnipeg, where I'm from. Not
Really?
Lots of construction. Like there's a running joke that there's 2 seasons in Winnipeg, winter and construction. That's it.
Yeah, that's pretty much here. Like there was this guy who just came into Canada, and he's like, "What is this? What is this? All the time I see the cones everywhere. Why is all the cones here? What is going on here? This would be a cone town. What is all the cone?" And I was like dying in the back of the Uber. I was dying. I was like, "Oh my god, this guy is killing me." And he's like, and I was like, "Yeah, they should call it Coneville." He's like, "Yes, Coneville is better. I like Coneville." I'm like, say it again. That's so funny.
Well, you should like that. That could be a video series right there. Back of the Uber, right?
I don't know. Let's see. I don't know. Sometimes the Ubers are a little everybody has their own stories about Ubers. There's the ones that like to talk all the time when you're in there, and you just want to you don't want to talk to nobody. You're like, I'm listening to my music, and I'm going to be in my own world. Or the ones that don't talk, and you're in the mood to talk.
Yeah.
You're like, so how's the weather? How is everything? And they're just looking at you like, do you want the music, madame? And I'm like, forget this. He's not going to talk.
Oh goodness. Well, that's cool. It's cool that you're making videos. You've got I guess a plan for some series that you're doing. Curious, what inspired you to do the Carmen Sandiego thing? Because hey, I was as a child, I was a fan. I had the books. I watched the show. The show was amazing, by the way.
The show was amazing. I'm like, they should do a reboot and bring that stuff back, the old school version, not this new stuff. I don't understand.
Yeah.
With the little animated. Oh my God, Carmen, that guy liked you. I'm sorry, Carmen did not like guys. She was a spy.
Yeah.
There's depth in her story. You guys just watered it out. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
This is not it. The Carmen Sandiego, I don't know. It was I was just sitting down. I was listening to music. Usually, a lot of the time on TikTok, I go through the music list of whatever came out, what's new. And then I try to think of, and then I look through TikTok videos. And this is where I kind of see what hasn't been used yet. So, and then because when you click on the music, you check to see what videos are posted with that music. So this is how I see, okay, this is like that 100,000 Ks. So I look for the videos that are like maybe 1,000, 2,000 for like very low. Like I try to keep it maybe under 50,000 and lower. People are like, oh, but it's not popular. I'm like, that's okay. It's gonna get popular later.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is what I'm focusing on, because the TikTok videos can, like, there's a new algorithm now for TikTok where the first 2 hours they have a little small pool of people, and then from there they expand. So within that 2 hours, if they don't like it, that's okay, because the bigger group, which is going to be later, like 2-3 weeks, that's where the videos start picking up.
Yeah,
and that's where I focus more on. So, and also and people are commenting and sharing the video, because it doesn't matter the likes or views; it's more of the commenting and the sharing. Where, yeah.
Admittedly, I've just been so busy with like everything. Like a lot of my social media time has shifted more over to Clubhouse and Instagram, because the two are linked. So TikTok for me has actually been fairly dormant as of late. And honestly, personally, I'm finding a challenge finding the time to do it. And then also just like for lack of better words, I guess the motivation to do it, like the inspiration. Yeah, because it's challenging. Like I've always been in denial about being a content creator, because, well, first off, I never really wanted to be in front of a camera. Like when I first started MBE learning, it was like I'll just post like motivational quotes and stuff like that, and not really have my face. Like you can scroll down to my Instagram page and you'll see what my early posts look like. I leave them on there just because whatever, I don't care. But it's all just like quotes and stuff like that, because I never really wanted to put my face out there on social media. Then I realized I think it's something that I have to do. I need to create more videos, everything like that. So in December is when I started that whole process of creating videos. Now I host live interviews on Instagram and YouTube.
You see, it's like another level. You're like, what the heck? And it's funny you mentioned that, because I was my social media was very private. Very private. I would do the maximum of everything. Facebook, Instagram, everything was like private, very limited. Nobody could find me. This is how I was, how private I was. And then COVID and whatnot. And then I was like, yo, I want to have fun with this. And then I was like, yeah, let me just do this. And people are like, oh, what's your name? And I'm like, Naz. Yes, it's a nickname.
Yeah. Stage
my
name.
real name, it will never be found by nobody.
You got to do a lot of digging for that. You got to put your Carmen Sandiego jacket on to find your name.
Listen, this jacket was the best investment of my life, and I found it. It's like a Valentino kind of jacket, like $300. And I found it. It like this, like what was it called? It's like what do you call them? Those stores that something is overstock and they sell it.
Like a liquidation kind of thing, or
liquidation, but they're like they're their own independent stores. They get things that are like overstock, and then they sell it.
Maybe like an
outlet there
store.
You go.
Yeah.
So I got this, and I was like, "Ooh!" And she's like, "Oh, it's $10." Like, take it on. It's a fantastic jacket. I love this jacket. And I don't know, just seeing the song, and then I thought about it, Carmen Sandiego. I looked at my closet, and I'm like, I have a red jacket. This could actually work. It would be so nice if I had a red hat. So I'm on the quest of looking for a red hat. If I can find this, it's fantastic. Yes. But social media, as I was saying, it was so private. I never went on it. And then I realized people need to know I need to start posting my face up, and so I was like, okay. And if you guys see some of my earlier TikTok, I had no makeup, no nothing. I look like a dried out prune that been soaking in the sun for too long. So I was like, ooh, this looks very bad. Let me polish myself up a little bit. But find the red hat was, yes, my girl, I'm gonna try to find it.
Yeah, if you find a red hat in the Quebec area, DM Naz, let her know she needs that red hat.
Or anywhere in the world, if you guys find a red hat, send it to me. I'll be wearing it. It's part of my costume. Although, mind you, I can't wear my Carmen Sandiego like jacket in 30-degree weather here in Montreal. I'm gonna sweat like a bucket.
Heat wave all across Canada, hey? Because heat wave all across Canada, because we've got that plus 30
it's
as well.
It's like the fourth one or the fifth one. I don't know. But I don't know if on your end, but we had a bit of a break. We had like maybe a couple day break.
Yeah.
It was like so cold. And I was like, yes. I went outside and I was like, hot air. I'm like, ooh, they lied. Where was the cool air? There's nothing. It's like a sawed-out toaster oven. Bad. So, and, yes. So all of a sudden I realized I started focusing on my Instagram because I realized my Instagram page was starting to be, I think the last time I posted on there was maybe the summer of 2019.
Oh, wow.
So, because I was helping my son's school for the grade 6 graduation. So we were the parent volunteer, so volunteering. So I took pictures of the props and things I made. So I made like a big camera, and then, we did other things, and I said, okay, this is great. And then I posted, I think, a painting I did, and then that was it. But then when I realized TikTok, I think, I was on TikTok, and then I'm like, hey, maybe I should put some of these things on Instagram, like start building people up there, right? That's what I thought. I was like, then they can see my work, because I keep saying, oh, I do photos, it's there. My painting is there. And they're like, can you just post it on TikTok? I'm like, that's a lot of work.
Yeah. and it's like, different, right? Producing content on Instagram is different than producing content on TikTok.
100%. Yeah. Instagram is more photos. That was my thing. I was like, more photos. And so I try to do photos like a video. It was a little tricky because it's not really actions, or it's different. So I started, they like this, and then people started trafficking over to Instagram. I'm like, okay, this can work. And then I started realizing maybe I don't have to open up my private Instagram and whatnot. So I was like, I can have a private and a public. So like I have my Facebook, my YouTube, my Instagram public. But then I also have private for just family and friends where we're good.
Yeah.
And I think it was someone who mentioned it to me that it's always good to have a balance between private and public. So at least you feel a little bit more balanced in your life. And I agree with that 100%.
Yeah, for sure. I'm curious because like I'm going through a real big slump right now when it comes to TikTok, just creating like content for it. So how do you stay motivated and inspired to create content for TikTok?
I watch other TikTokers.
Yeah,
that's what I do. I watch other TikTokers. People don't even realize, like, I just watch other TikTokers. Some of the videos, I'm dying. I'm thinking, oh my God, that's fantastic. And I would do a reaction, and I'm like, I love this video. This is great. And I would go through my followers, and I would check their content. As I always say on my TikTok lives, please have videos on your page, because I want to check out your content. I want to see who you are, right? And I did the best thing to do that was I did a Halloween giveaway, and where we were up 3-4 hours on live, and I have a lot of the followers, or they call them besties, new besties.
Nice.
And they give me ideas. They're like, hey, why don't you do one about love and relationships? We want to know about your first dates and your first love and first sight, and or what you're not supposed to do in dating. I'm like, dating is like, I was like, what? So, and those are where I get the ideas from. Or a lot of the times I'm in a situation where I'm like, this is a great idea, I'm going to use this. So like, I'm going to use it. One of them was, I did a dating video. Not dating, it was comparing a man. So I was like, men is like going to the grocery store. And I was like, what? It was a joke I said at work, and it just clicked to me. I was like, I have to write this down. And I have a notepad on my phone. So whenever I have any ideas, I literally write into my notepad, or I have a notebook in my backpack, and I will write it in. I'm constantly writing throughout the day. Any ideas pop in, I'm like, that's great. Yes. And people look at me like I'm crazy, because I'm on the metro, and I was like, oh my God, this guy, the way yes. And I'm just writing, and he's looking at me like, who is this girl watching me? I think he was thinking I was taking a picture of him. I felt really bad. I said, sorry, I'm just writing. He's like, on your phone? I was like, you can look at it. Like, I'm just writing. So he was like, okay, cool.
You were taking a mental and written picture.
I was like, oh my God, this guy is like reminding me of Kung Fu Panda. Yes. And I was like, vision came in. But I did one about dating a man is like the store, like the grocery store. I said, always check your products because it can expire.
Fair.
And I just go, and then I was like, and then I said that, you have to what should you get, fruits or veggies? And then I'm like, and then you got the meats and you got the milks, and then I'm like, don't even get me started with the ice cream. They're good for you, but bad for your health. So and I was like, what? Okay, sure. Like, yeah, this is great. And a lot of it would be also my son, my 9-year-old. So he'll be like, hey, Mom, this is a great idea. And I'm thinking to myself, like, how do you know about this stuff?
Yeah.
But I'll write it down because it's great. Oh, I love how your mind works. Oh, thanks. This is how it is. And it takes a very special few to understand me. Because there's times like people are like saying to me, good morning. And they're like, you should say good morning back. I'm like, no. Because in that moment, I'm thinking about ideas. And I'm not acknowledging what's around me.
You're a creator through and through.
This is it. This is how I am. And like coming up to Carmen Sandiego, just because I was looking at the music, and then I saw my red coat in my closet. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah. Yes. And then people are like, why is your sidekick a monkey? I'm like, I'm sorry. This is my friend. Why are you judging my friend? So, and I kind of just went with that. And I don't know. It's weird. I could be anywhere and an idea just pops in. And I'm like, and then I'll think about it, like how long it'll take to do it, what materials I need. Can I do it? And then again, being a single parent, my son's supposed to be 1 week, he's with his dad 1 week. So I'm usually thinking, how am I going to do this? And how am I going to record this as well? But also I have to go to work the next day. Yeah. And then, but I also want to have my Netflix time,
Yeah.
So you gotta live on Netflix. I do my Netflix and Disney Plus. This is my life.
Hey, you need to what is it like? You need to unplug. You need to like recharge. And well, I guess you can't recharge when you're unplugged, but you know what I'm trying to say, right? You need that time to just decompress and just relax, right? You need that me time, that self-care. So. Oh,
100%. Yeah. And I think I did it on my TikTok. I did a facial. Like everyone was asking me, oh, how do you take care of your skin and how do you do your facial? So I did it, and everyone's like, you made all this stuff at home? I'm like, yeah, I did. I thought everybody did. My bad. Because I have a mint paste that I make, but I grow the mint in my backyard.
Oh wow! Look at that. From growing to making to the product, putting it on your face, the whole process.
This is how it is, and it's because a lot of products I can't use because I break out or get rashes. So I have to rely on using products. I make products at home for myself, so it's like this is how I have to do it. And I did the facial show, and I did it in a way that everybody can do it within their budget. I was like, you guys, it's like $10. Literally $10. And they're like, how do you steam your face? I was like, you need a mixing bowl and boil the water in a kettle. I'm like, if you don't have a kettle, you can use the stove. Yeah. I said, if you don't have a stove, you can use your hot tub. Yeah. I was like, don't make excuses, you guys. There's resources everywhere. And I'm like, if you guys are in a dorm room and you guys don't have to go to your parents' house, like, it's like there's ideas. And I just did it step by step. And then I posted it. I posted the description on the bottom, and I said, everybody, I put it on Instagram, the materials and everything you want to use. And I'm like, if you guys are in Canada, you literally can find it at the dollar store. Yeah. Literally, or Dollar Tree. Yeah. I think Dollarama and Dollar Tree is similar. Yeah. One's in the States and one's here. Yeah.
No, I think we have some. We have some Dollar Trees in Winnipeg anyway, but I'm not sure if you have any.
Yeah, we have it in BC, but not in Montreal.
Gotcha.
Montreal. And it's just step by step. Like someone asked an idea, and I'm like, okay, cool. I'll show you guys how to do it. Or I think another one was someone was asking, how do I do a live on TikTok? I said, you need $1,000, and they're like, I only have. I think they said they had 800 or something, and I said, okay, everybody follow this person. Yeah. Let's help them get to 1,000. Yeah. And we got her to 1,000. Hey. And she was like, wow. And I'm like, yo, you want a live? You got live.
That's right.
Welcome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I truly believe that it's not right to not pass information to others. Like, I feel like as a human being, if we learn something, we should share that automatically.
Oh, hey, I feel that.
Yeah, if it's going to benefit everybody, 100%. Because at the end of the day, we all become successful together.
Absolutely.
One way or the other.
Absolutely. Yeah. Knowledge exists for us to share, not to keep to ourselves, right? So
100%.
I resonate with that. And I think I haven't really verbalized it in that way, but I think that's one of the reasons why I do what I do is, sharing that good knowledge that exists. Question for you. Like you mentioned, you had a son there. I too am a single parent, 1 week on, 1 week off. Curious, what do you find is the most challenging part about being a single parent?
That you have to do when you're working and your child is sick, and then, for example, I have to call in sick to be at home with my son, or if there's no school, I have to be home and I got to work. On top of that, if I had planned, like I have to get videos out or whatnot, I can't. So it's postponed to another day. Do I get mad about it? No, maybe frustrated because, I'm the type of person, like, if I make a plan, I like to execute my plan. But if it doesn't work, it's life. I know things happen. So I just tell myself, okay, let me do it another day. And just being myself and being a parent, like being a mom to my son. I think that was the biggest challenge because working as a healthcare provider, doing TikTok and Instagram and doing lives, posting videos. And on top of that, I'm trying to do take care of myself and be a mom. It was hard because I think it was the point where I was getting burnt. And my son was like, Mom, can we have a movie night? And I was like, yeah, let's. And he's like, no, Mom, can we sit down together and watch a movie together? And I was like, oh God, wow, that really hit home for me. Yeah. And that's when I realized at that moment, I'm like, you know what? Whatever happens with social media and everything, it's going to happen on its own. But missing moments with my son, that's priceless. Yeah. And I think the biggest challenge I had was how to balance myself to be a mom and just be a mom in that moment, just be in the moment with my son. Absolutely.
I'm very big on that as well. I'm very diligent with my time. Like the times that I have my daughter, I make sure that she's number one priority. I mean, she's always number one priority, whether she's with me or not. But like the weeks where she's not with me, I'll double down on the work so that if I'm not able to get as much work done when I have her, I feel less guilty because I know that I've doubled down. And like interviews like this, for example, I'm booking them on the weeks that I don't have my daughter so that I could spend that quality time with my daughter. So absolutely agree.
That I feel you. And that's exactly it. I mean, with Naz Talk, I do every Friday. That's why I pick the time 9:30 because when my son's not with me, it's not a problem. I get ready, I'm good, and everything's set up. But when my son is with me, the minute he's here, we're having our dinner together, we're watching a movie together, and we have our moment. By the time it's 7:45, 8, he knows it's time for bed. We're getting ready. He's having his read time. 8:30, he's already in bed. He's sleeping. Nice. So that gives me at least 45 minutes because I like to be ready before my Naz Talk. 45 minutes to literally put on some makeup, get my outfit ready, get my little notes ready, little things. And then I already have my setup and everything in my room. It's already set up and ready. Nice. So I don't have to worry. All I have to do is literally just plug everything in, turn everything on. I'm ready to go. Awesome. And he knows because I get that time for Friday. He has the whole weekend and the rest of the week is for him. And he knows that. He's like, okay, Mom, I got you. I said, thank you. I think at the beginning it was a really bit of a struggle because he was getting upset. Like, wow, Mom, everybody here wants to talk to you. Like, I'm sorry. And then he came on the live one time. He came on the live. And I wanted to teach my son a lesson. Not a bad lesson. It was a good lesson. He was having a moment, as all kids do at school, where he thought the worst of himself. And and it really affected him. A kid said something and said you weren't smart. You were not a smart person. And it really bothered him. And I told him, you are a smart person. And he was really feeling down. So I said, you know what, come with me on my live. So I said, hey, you guys, I have a very special guest. So everyone got so excited. I was like, oh my God, who are you having on your thing? And I'm like, and this is MK. He is my very special guest on TikTok. And he's like, hi. He was so shy. He's like, hi, I'm MK. And not even 5 minutes, this kid is cracking up jokes, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, we love him! Like, you need to go." And he's like, "You see, Mom, they love me. Your fans love me." And I was like, "Wow, what a turnaround!" And he was telling them about his day and how a kid told him that he was not smart, and they're like, "Don't listen to him. They're all saying exactly what I'm saying."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Mom, they're all saying what you're saying." And I'm like, "You see, it doesn't matter." What people say to you, it's their opinion, but it shouldn't affect you at all.
Absolutely.
So this was Sexy Blue 81. This was in the fall. This was in the fall. He was having a hard time. And then after that, that was it. That's all he needed.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. That's awesome. Well, hey, I guess on the other end of the spectrum of that question, what's the best part about being a single parent?
It's just me and my son. He's my little buddy.
Yeah.
This is literally, he's my little buddy. Like, we have our movie nights. He's at an age now that we have like similar shows that we like. Like right now it's Loki on Disney Plus.
Nice.
Listen, we're like, "Oh my God, what's happening with Loki?"
Yeah.
And we were like so obsessed with it. Right now he's on vacation with his dad for 3 weeks. Okay. So I was just talking to him about a few hours ago. I was like, "Oh my God." I'm like, "You gotta come back soon. I don't know what's happening with Loki." He's like, "Mom, did you watch it?" I'm like, "No, I'm waiting for you."
Nice.
I didn't watch it. And it's like 3 episodes, right? I was like, "Oh my God, I don't know what happened." He's like, "Mom, I saw stuff on YouTube saying that, something happened to Loki." I'm like, "Don't tell me. Don't betray me like this." He's literally like my little buddy. He's my travel buddy. He is my little rock star. I learned so much from him. And he is my main motivator when it comes to anything I do in my life. Absolutely. Anything I do. And to be honest with everyone, going on social media, showing my face and doing all this is not my norm. It terrifies me 100%. And I'm usually looking in the mirror and I'm giving myself a pep talk and saying, "I got this. Don't worry. You can do this." Because literally if I don't do that, I'll probably come out and go, "Oh my God, I don't know what I'm doing." And I'll freak out.
It's so mind-blowing that you shared that this isn't the natural you, because I guess that's all that I know about you is you being in front of a camera, you sharing your energy, having this vibrant energy that you have to share. And like, to me, it seems like you're not like, I know for me, like, I know that I go through bouts of social anxiety, and I know that it's not always easy for me to do these types of things. But when I see you, I'm like, yeah, totally. That is you. Very natural.
I don't like crowds. I don't like too many people. I'm very like if we're at parties and whatnot, I'm like more of a 3-4 people. I don't like big parties. It freaks me out. And people are so amazed because they say what you say, Michael, like, "Oh, but you're so good." I tell myself, what do they say? It fake until you make it. This is a thing. Fake until you make it. I did talk to a crowd of like 400 or 500 people when I was in high school for pep rallies and stuff. I was shaking. I was so surprised I didn't pee in my pants. Like literally. I was like, "Oh my God, they're watching me." And I was in plays in high school.
Yeah. To
Kill a Mockingbird, Midsummer's Night's Dream. I did the lighting, whatnot. I did the construction set. And everyone's like, "You're natural." I'm like, I have no idea what you guys are saying, because I prefer being home like by myself watching Netflix or reading my books or painting. Yeah. If I have like nobody bothering me, I have my classical music on and I'm painting. This is my life. So doing these videos, it's a lot of mental mind preparation. Like I have to tell myself, okay, be in the moment. Right? I'm like, I got this, like for my video, Love at First Sight. And it was the guy who has the camera. And I was like, okay, so in my head, I'm telling myself, you love this man. Like you just met him and you love him. You love him.
Yeah.
And I guess it emanated through because he's like, "I love it. I felt it." Like he wrote me a message like, "I love it." And I'm like, hero bag. Yeah. and so I was like, "Oh, are you guys damn?" Like, no tactics. Sorry. All acting. It's all real. And, but I think social media kind of just gave the extra strength too, because you're in the comfort of your own home. So it's like, nobody's really watching you here. You can be as stupid as you want. Sorry, guys. I'm not being like me, but it's like, those days like you just want to dance, but nobody's watching you. So you're like, I could dance whatever I want. And nobody's like, "Oh my God, what kind of dance move was that?" No. I just, it's like Grey's Anatomy, Meredith and Christina doing their little dance with the music. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. Again, it blows my mind that you share that. But I guess the way that I see you, like you're like, oh yeah, you're very natural at it. I think that some people also look at me in that way because, like, I mean, similar thing. Like, I mean, in the past I have had to go up and speak in front of groups. Like, I facilitated classes for like 15 years of my life, and and I still do sometimes, but it doesn't always mean that it's like easy, like internally. In fact, like one-on-one conversations used to be such a challenge for me. And as we're talking, I'm thinking like, man, but it took a lot of learning and growing to get here. I remember like searching up like how to become better at like small talk and conversing and like.
Yes.
And I sent, it's funny because I sent you questions. I'm like, I may or may not ask these questions because
I know. When I saw it, I was like, yo, man, I'm cool, man. Let's go flow.
Because I'm very much about like, well, exactly that, going with the flow. I really want it to be a natural conversation. Like, yeah, I wrote those questions down, but I mean, like, I don't want to be like sitting here looking at a script and like reading it.
Okay.
Yeah,
To tell the proper. Yes, so today we'll be expecting -40 weather after experiencing -30 weather of yesterday. Thank you. And so was it thank you and good night or something. The whole weather forecast. And they talk like robots. No hate. I'm just saying, like the voice, but it's not their fault. I like how they talk. Eventually. Maybe I should do a video about that.
Hey, there you go. Jot it down, right?
Like, interesting. Let's go with it.
Yeah, but
it's true what she said though about it's weird because you really don't know the essence of someone until you really get to know them, right? And among my friends, they know how I am. I'm goofy. I'm joking all the time. But there's moments like I'm quiet and whatnot, but they know me how I am, so they don't bother me too much with it. They're like, but if they don't hear from me, like they know the rules. If they don't hear from me like from a week, then they all call me. They're like, yo, you alive? What happened to you? You died? What's going on?
It's good that you got friends checking in on you.
Always. Right? Yeah. And I'm checking in on them. Like, I have a friend, she moved, and I was like, oh, I didn't hear from her for 4 days. So I called her and said, hey, you're alive? Like, what's happening? You good? She's like, oh, hey, I'm still unpacking. I'm like, okay, do your thing. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
That's good. It's important. And maybe that's a message for everyone. Like, check in on your friends if you haven't heard from them. Or even if you have heard from them in a while. Check in on them. So
this is it. It's like phone call, text message, especially if it's good friends that you've known for a long time. Yeah. Just out of love, check in on them. Especially COVID now. Like we heard like somebody fainted because they had COVID, and somebody messaged them. They didn't hear anything, so they went over and knocked on the door, and nobody answered. So they got the landlord, and their friend was on the floor. So and they took them to merge. They had COVID. So that's what they're saying. Like, make sure if anybody who's single or by themselves, call them.
Absolutely.
Check on them.
Yeah.
See how they're doing. It's really. Yeah, it's really important.
And I guess I share that message with everyone, but it's also a message for myself. Like I kind of mentioned, like, hey, I got some social anxiety. Like, it's actually a challenge for me to reach out to people that I haven't spoke to in a long time. Excuse me. So that's something that I'm trying to get better at. And
right.
Yeah. So we got some questions here in the Q&A. So I just want to check them out and see what we got here.
Oh, good. Don't roast me, you guys.
Well, one of them is for me, so if you don't mind, maybe I'll answer this one.
Sure, no problem.
So what do? I am so I run an online now I'm drawing a blank here. I run an online marketplace for courses and coaches, basically a place where people can come and learn about introspection, unlocking the power of their mind, body, emotions, spirit, and basically help people learn to live a happier, healthier, and more fulfilling life. And so we've got people that list their services on there. And because I support with like introspection and achieving goals, but I know that I'm not the best when it comes to like health and wellness. So I've got my friend Jan who's on there. She's a health and wellness coach. And so she supports with that. And my friend Don, he's an executive coach. So he supports with like leadership. And yeah, that's the whole thing. We're like just looking for different skill sets to support in different areas. So That's the goal. That's the short of it anyway. How do we go to the next question here? Hold on.
Oh, I think you have to click on it again, and then.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
It's a very manual process here.
It's a very manual process. Yes, I'm trying to figure out how you could just like do this. I was like,
yeah,
this
like
would
a
be
swipe
easier.
or something, right? Cool. Question
for
Naz. Yeah. So
what wishes do you want to come? And it's only 3 wishes. What do you mean? What wish? Oh, what wishes do you want to come?
Yeah, if you had like 3, if you had a magic genie and a genie popped out and you had 3 wishes, what would be your 3 wishes?
That's hard. In my head, I'm already thinking like 100. Okay, 3 wishes. Wish number 1 will be love and happiness to the world, because I feel like we need more love in this world right now. There's too much hate. We need love and blessings. Second wish would be have a talk show studio with my team, and then I'll have my house about a couple yards away. Yards meaning I will have to take a helicopter to go there. Okay.
Nice. So is that helicopter included in that wish as well?
No.
Okay.
No, it's not. Because you know me. Like if I'm gonna have a show somewhere, it's always gonna be in the same place where I live. So I'm gonna probably do it on an acre land where I'll have my little studio, and then I'll have my house not far away, so I can always walk over and walk to my stuff.
Gotcha.
And my third wish will be a family home for my family, for my son, and for the extended part of my family. So that way we always have a home to come back to. If, you always need a family home. Like if you lose your home, whatever, in the city or your job, at least you have a home you can go back to. You're not homeless and that's my last wish. Yeah. Thank you, Sexy Blue.
Cool. Yeah. Thanks for the questions. Awesome. What else would you're a healthcare worker. How long have you been doing the healthcare work, and what do you love about doing it?
I just got my 5-year PIN.
Hey,
yeah!
Nice.
Even though people they're like, oh my God, how many years? I'm like 5. They're like, oh, and they walked away. I said, wow, rude. 5 years is a big accomplishment. It means I stayed at the same job.
Yeah, exactly.
I take care of seniors with Alzheimer's dementia, the last stages of Alzheimer's dementia with aggressive and behavioral issues. Wow. So, and I love my patients. And the best part is the stories that they say, I don't understand. I just go with it, and they make me laugh because I'm thinking, like, how in the world did you go from looking for a photo to going to the bathroom? Yeah. I am trying to figure a way it connects. And I'm like, I don't understand. And I have this one patient, she's my favorite. I love her. And she always calls me 4 Eyes. But she wears glasses too. So I'm like, I don't understand this joke, but okay, we're gonna go with it. So, and it's nice. Like, I mean, I work today, and the residents, it's hard. COVID was really hard. It hit us hard last year. A lot of us got COVID from our floor. Yeah. And seeing the residents helpless, it really bothered me. I don't think I cried so much ever. I usually don't cry at work. Like, I'm pretty good. But COVID killed me. Yeah. And I was like, oh my God. And we lost 8 patients on our floor. So it really it hit a chord.
I'm so sorry to hear.
Yeah. So I was like, oh God, really? And it's, I don't know, just being a healthcare provider, there's a lot of things they don't say about in the media because they really don't know too much about it unless they're actually in the hospitals and they see it, like the hospitals, the homes, everywhere. They see it. And I love being a healthcare worker. I do. It's challenging. You get hurt 100%. And I don't know. I can't describe it. It takes a strong personality to do it because if you don't have the empathy for the resident and you don't see, you have to look at them as a person, not the disease. And I think that's the part where people forget because they're like, oh, but we have to do this. But it's like, but they're a person. You know, they were doctors, lawyers, teachers, housewives. You know, they had their businesses and now they forgot who they are. Sometimes they think they're in back in the Holocaust, or they're back in the war, or they lost someone and they're reliving that moment over and over again. And you're like, people get there's some people who get frustrated, and I remind them, like, don't get frustrated. Listen, and then kind of just go with it. Like, okay, I'm waiting for my sister. Okay, maybe we can go eat. And then if we see your sister, we'll wait at her to come and sit with us, and they'll go and eat their food. You kind of have to de-escalate, I think is the right word for it. De-escalate situations. And that's what I do a lot with the patients. I try to.
It almost sounds like you just kind of like go with it if they're going through like a memory. I didn't even know what it's called. I don't want to call it an episode because I don't know if that's the right word, but like,
maybe
you just
an
go
episode,
with it.
I guess. It depends. Every patient's different. Sometimes maybe they're just like cranky, like they're just like us. They're cranky. They didn't sleep well. They don't want to see your face. They don't want to talk to you. And you're like, okay, my bad, I'm out. But I brought you a banana. You want a banana?
Yeah.
Want a banana? Okay, cool. And they're like, okay. Sometimes I just do. I do play my music on my phone all the time, and I sing. Some of my patients like when I sing to them. So, and I go music, or sometimes if they don't understand music, I go musica, and they're like, one was like da. I'm like, okay, cool. So I play the music, and he's like, oh my god, thank you so much. The music got to their soul. But I find music and just talking to them and engaging with them, and just make it fun for them, because technically that's their home, that's their floor, that's their apartments, that's their people. We're the strangers. We're the one coming into their homes.
Yeah.
And if there's people out there who are thinking about going into it, be patient with it. Don't give up too easily. Research, read a lot. Come up with other approaches with people, and it teaches you. What I use at work is what I use in my everyday life. How I approach people, how I talk to people, and obstacles and ways. My best one is like, if I'm not in the mood to talk, I won't talk. I'll tell you, I'm like, I'm not in the mood to talk today. Do you mind? I'll talk to you later. Let me just process. Yeah. And a lot of time people don't take it personally. They just say, okay, cool, and we'll talk later.
For sure. So, Sexy Blue says music is healing. Have you ever tried music?
Yeah, all the time. We always have music. We have somebody who comes in who plays the piano for them. And we play music off of our phone, which we connect to the speakers. There's also, we have like the DVDs on for music all the time. There's music in a lot of the rooms. They have the radios. Music's playing all the time for them.
Oh, cool.
And it helps. And it's that, and just dancing with them, and they love it, or they just laugh at you. Oh my god, you're so cute. I'm like, thank you so much.
I could see them enjoying your bubbly personality.
Yeah, they do. And it's a lot of like distracting that I have to do too. If they're like want to run on the elevator, I'm like, yeah. So I was like, oh my god, there you are. I was looking for you all day. Yes, let's go and grab something to eat. And they're literally my first fans, if that makes sense. Yeah. A lot of the jokes I'll do it all now. If they laugh, I'm like, okay, it's funny enough. If they get it, we're great.
They're your comedic testing ground.
Yes. And I do my little jokes with them and everything. And I was like, hey, and they're like, you're funny. I was like, you need to tell it to everybody. But I'm like, but you don't have social media, so this is difficult. That's awesome. Yeah, I like my job. I don't mind it too much. It's very tedious, and I am sore all the time, and I'm hurting everywhere. It's used every part of your muscle, but it's worth it.
Cool. Well, hey, believe it or not, we are approaching the end of the hour here, and so I know time flies, right?
Time flies. How you doing, you guys? Thanks.
But we'll start winding down. But I got a couple of last questions here for you.
Shoot it out.
One is like, what's in the future for Naz? Like what? Like 5 years from now, if you had like a magic brush that you can create anything in the world, what would you create for yourself 5 years from now?
Oh man, a magic brush. That'd be fantastic having my wallet. Take it everywhere. It's like, I don't like this.
Exactly.
I don't know. I think create more content, but maybe more push it to more I don't know, like That's a really good question. I know I want to push Naz Talk and make it into reality to the point that I'm traveling and interviewing live with people around the world and see their towns and cities and understand it's more with what people do, their jobs, to like from farmers to dentists to actors, just see like how everything is. And also make different segments and whatnot. And I do a love and relationship panel, so maybe grow on that. Maybe have a book or two out too.
Hey.
A book or two, maybe. I don't know. So, but it's mostly like I know a lot of people are sending me messages for love and dating. Oh, come to Tucson. Oh, is my wigs are gonna fry if I go to Tucson? Tell me this, please. I need to know because I'm wearing Bertha right now, and Bertha doesn't like heat too much, so I might have to take a Sasha, maybe a Sasha or an Ariel. I don't know. Let me know. Hey, Stoney. I am making working on a segment right now called Searching for My Plus One.
Hey. How's that progressing, by the way?
Let me just say that I kind of dig myself in a big hole because I did not realize how tedious it was. I posted it up. Okay, let me start at the beginning. I accidentally purchased 2 tickets to an orchestra that's performing Bach and the Beatles. Candlelight romantic thing. And I was like, okay, I'm going to get 1 ticket, right? Yeah. No, they got pairs. So I realized afterwards that they like to discourage single people. First of all, that's discrimination, just saying, of single people. This is my version of it. Okay, you guys leave me alone. And so within the first day, I got 450 replies. Within after a week, I got over 3,000 likes and replies. And I was like, this is crazy. Wow. So I had to vet through everyone. So I'm finally down to 12 where we are chatting and we are video calling and talking. Some of them are a little strange.
That happens. It happens.
And some of them are interesting. And some of them, I don't think they understood what was the process of this. I was like, you do know I'm looking for a plus one. They're like, yes. And you are looking for a relationship. I said, no. Listen to my words coming out on the phone. I am searching for a plus one. Yeah, so they unmatched me. And then when I said this is going to be into a mini series on social media, I think I had about 200 people like unmatched me right away.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I was like, but nobody's going to know who you are. It's just your message. There's no name. There's no pictures. Yeah. Just your message. But anyways, it's going well. I'm going to be posting up the 3rd part. I already posted the 3rd part on TikTok, but I'll be posting up a 3rd part on Instagram hopefully tomorrow. So stay tuned with you guys.
Awesome. Well, hey, I appreciate your grand vision for 5 years from now, and I hope that Naz Talk turns into a grand show. Hopefully we can help with that. Follow Naz Miime on Instagram and TikTok. Watch her shows, watch her live talk show. Like I said, I've been an honored guest on there, and she managed to find some really good guests.
It's saved on the IGTV, so check it out.
There we go.
And also check this one out too if you guys just came in.
Hey, there we go. Well, hey, I got one more question for you before we close this off here.
Okay, I'm ready.
So if you had access to a billboard and you can put it anywhere in the world, where would you put it and what would you have on the billboard?
Oh man, that's a good question. Okay, I will stick it. You guys are gonna laugh at me where I'm gonna stick it. Okay. And you said where I'm gonna put it and what message I'll have on it.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so I will stick it in Africa.
Okay.
Because I'm African. This is how we are. In space, sexy blue. Come on. Only people going to see that in space are the people who can afford something to see it in space.
That's right.
We're not even going to say it. I'm going to stick it in Africa, and I'm going to say, I'm going to write, it starts with us to have peace. That's what I'm going to write. It starts with us to have peace. Because it starts with us.
Absolutely.
Because if you don't like someone, you don't have to talk to them. If you work with them, you don't have to like them. Just be professional and work with them. It's not, I think, like, how I see things is people make things really complicated when it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can work with someone and not like them. Like, my son's father, we don't like each other. However, we co-parent and we work together.
Yeah.
As co-workers. That's how I look at it. We look at each other as co-workers. This is our child. We're going to make it work for our child. This is it.
Absolutely.
If something's not clear, then it's like, okay, explain it to me and just say, okay, I didn't understand. Sorry, move on. That's pretty much it. I think we forget and we want to become friends with everybody we meet. And I think sometimes it's better to take a step back and just kind of analyze and say, hey, but is this person, do I need a friend right now? Is this person a beneficial friend to me? You know? Because there's some people who become friends with right away and you're like part of your soul tribe, like Michael and I were a soul tribe here.
That's right.
And it works because we have the same mindset of what we want to do. But there's people out there that don't have the same mindset as you. And you never know. They could be the person to drag you down without even you realizing. So be careful.
Absolutely.
So peace starts with us, you guys. Peace starts with us.
Absolutely. And surround yourself with, people that are going to uplift you and encourage you to do great things. But I really resonate
100%.
with your billboard there because, I've got a vision of discovering world peace by learning inner peace. And by no means am I like, encouraging anyone to do anything or change anything, but really it starts with me. I say that because of my inner peace. Like, I got to find my inner peace. And I know that when I do that, then, things around me will be much more peaceful because life is an inside out game. And when you can,
100%.
right? When you can
100%.
find that peace on the inside, then you can start to see the peace on the outside. So I'm a big advocate for that. Yeah.
Yay.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Do you have anything upcoming? Where can people find you if they want to find you?
I'm on Instagram, you guys, and I don't mind if you guys send me personal messages. I check my Instagram pretty much. I check it usually during my breakfast. Yes, Michael told me, you're not supposed to check your phone when you wake up. Okay.
That's right.
I'm learning. I'm getting better at it.
Breakfast might be okay, just as long as it's not right when you wake up, right?
See, this is it, you guys. I had to learn that. It took me a while. So I usually check my messages when I'm eating my breakfast and I'm just drinking my cup of coffee. Then I check my messages and I go through them all and I message everybody. And then the next time I check my messages is usually when I get home and I'm resting, I check it because usually before I go to bed, I usually watch my TV. So sorry, guys. And then, and also TikTok. I'm usually on TikTok, but I prefer if you guys message me on Instagram because I get the messages. People send me messages on TikTok and I'm not getting them. So I don't know what's happening. And also you guys can message me on Facebook and my Facebook is Naz Miime.
Nice.
And you guys can message me on there. But the best one is Instagram.
Cool. Awesome.
Instagram. But I also have my YouTube page, again, Naz Miime. It's all the same name. I did it all like that on purpose, so it makes it very easy for everybody to find me.
Awesome. Cool. Well, hey, follow Naz Miime on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. All of our ats are all the same. If you aren't already following me, please follow me at MB Learning 1, MB Learning on YouTube. And that's it. So thank you, Naz. Appreciate you being a guest, and hope to have you on again sometime in the future.
Thank you for inviting me. I enjoyed it. It was quite fun.
Awesome.
We definitely need to do a panel, you and I.
Hey,
invite other people.
Absolutely. I'm down. Let's do it.
This is it. Thanks again, though, everybody. Thank you again. I will go and watch my Netflix and my Disney Plus. As we do have our downtimes. But much love to everybody. Thank you again, Michael, for inviting me. I appreciate it. And everybody, bye.
Excellent. Thank you. Bye, everyone. Thank you for watching, everyone. And remember, if you can learn anything, you can do anything. Take care.